This year has to be the year where the studios made a horrible decision on making movies come out on certain dates because they didn't have time to breathe to get the proper box office that they needed to. The exception, obviously, was, of course, Barbie and Mario Brothers. Um, I believe Mario Brothers moved up earlier than usual. It's going to come out a week later. They said we're going to move it early, and they had no competition. That's an example of a really good date. Having a hot movie come out there for like dates of like virtually no competition, that's $1 billion right there. But earlier on in the year, we see some problems. I'm sure Ant-Man and Wasp thought that Mummies wasn't going to be a problem, and it definitely did not do as well as it could. So for Ant-Man and Wasp, the only fault they have is themselves. Because it had no competition the week after, so it had 2 good weeks of nothing, and then was going to hit Creed 3. Creed 3 was doing well, and then Scream 6 came out there and made it look irrelevant. So Creed 3 coming out around now, I think would have been okay. I think it did okay. But it's not that bad. Shazam coming out now after Scream 6. I'm sure WB thought that Scream 6 wasn't going to be a big deal when it comes to box office. They're different types of movies. So I'm sure they thought like it could be okay coming out that day. However, they were sandwiched in between John Wick 4, which is almost guaranteed to be good. So coming out between these ones, not the smartest move. So let's find a spot for Shazam for it to make a better profit, a bigger margin. So Scream 6 should have came out when it did. That's fine. And after that one, should have been nothing, really, after nothing in between that one. Nothing of note should have came out that week. So after John Wick, Dungeon Dragons, if Dungeon Dragons and Shazam came out the same day, I don't think so, because John Wick's still here making money. Move Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, that's a Tuesday. That's a Wednesday. Ooh. So keep Dungeon Dragons and Shazam in your head there. They can't come out near Mario. That was a bad idea. Don't give that to Mario. Give that to Mario. I guess give week 3 to Mario. The 28th, and what's coming on afterwards? Guardians 3. Ooh, that's sus right there. Maybe if they both release on a Wednesday or Thursday or whatever, maybe that would have been better because these are nothing. I saw Renfield, that was good, but like people don't know or care about that. But there's a lot of other movies there to compete with this one. So Shazam and D&D coming out now would have been not the greatest because you can't even fuck with Mary. You can't lead them to die. So maybe here the Covenant came out, the Evil Dead Rise there. Maybe coming out here would have been better, but let me check out what comes out afterwards. No, not really. This would have been a good time. I know it's like has a lot of other movies there. Maybe they could move, but having Shazam and D&D, both fantasy movies for nerds per se, maybe them coming at the same time wouldn't have been that bad. I would have gave probably Shazam this date, and the week after, no one really cares about the week afterwards. It would have been better box office for that one. So Shazam comes out here, and then D&D, not there. Fast X, nope, that's Death Knell right there. Little Mermaid, you wrote your check by coming out that soon. That's good there. D&D, maybe later on in the year, bro. This is like really convoluted. Friday into Friday, they have no one to blame but themselves. There, the week after that one, nothing came out, bro. Indiana Jones, maybe D&D comes out here. because like Indiana Jones, like that's almost guaranteed to be nothing. And Joy right afterwards, that would have been a good spot for it. Yeah, Dungeons Dragons and Dune, like nothing else really is out there. Different kind of programming, and the week after there's nothing. I would have gave that would have been a good spot for them. Ruby Gilman, I'm not even gonna talk about that one. Let's talk about another major box office one. I'm gonna go to the Flash right there. Fast X, it was doing all right. Let's go to the Flash. Let's see why it did bad with its timing. So still doing good. Spider-Man still doing good there. Transformers did pretty well there too. So that took up jump from the Flash. The week after that one, they had no one to believe themselves there. So moved the Flash to this date, and then maybe it would have like been okay against D&D and Indiana Jones. But I think having the Flash come up there is kind of bad still too, because of the because Transformers. So Friday, like coming out early in the week probably would have been better for it. Around here would have been good for the Flash. To the Friday afterwards. So it would have been good around there. Mission Impossible. No one really cares about that one, so that's what they said to keep that date. That particular Friday, nothing came out there. The week after that, when Barbie came out there, if Mission Impossible came out, I believe Oppenheimer had like 2 months of IMAX reservations. So let's go all the way to like more or less this time. Mission Impossible came out. They wanted max money as well, so they usually don't come up for September for max money because school and shit. So they wanted that July date because of school. Unfortunately, Oppenheimer had like a big they had a lock on IMAX a week beforehand, maybe a week beforehand. That would have been okay. Coming out around here would have been really good. It would giving them an extra week for Mission Impossible, because no one cares about these movies. And Indiana Jones and what would be D&D, that would have been like, no one really cares. So I think Mission Impossible moving to this date, July 5th, would have been better for the movie overall. It would have 2 weeks of IMAX, and then Barbenheimer comes in there and kills it. It would have been a lot better for the box office. What do you guys think in the comments? That's it for now. Black off.